Recording in progress.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Thank you all for joining us once again to the CONCACAF W Champions Cup group stage pre-match availability. I'm pleased to be joined with Juan Carlos Amoros. Juan, here we are, one of our last group stage matches of the year, and just in general, your overall thoughts and reflections heading into anticipated matchup against Washington.
Yeah, well, I think it's been so far a great competition. I think a big shout to the organization again. I think CONCACAF has been really good in terms of making elite women's football accessible to a lot of countries, and I think that the tournament has been really good so far. Obviously, it's very demanding because we live in a very wide areas and we have to travel a lot. But I think the competition has been great. There's some places we've gone: El Salvador, Canada, great, amazing, and obviously welcoming Monterrey it was also special. And now we go to obviously a bit more of a familiar face with Washington, but still, we wanna go there. Obviously, it's a very important game for us. So hopefully we can do the best and hopefully finish the group with a win.
Gotham coming off of a win in Vancouver. What did you see from your team that you're hoping to carry into this next CONCACAF match?
Yeah, well, it's been obviously a lot with the traveling. I think Vancouver now seems like a very long time ago and it was only like a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I think in the competition we've been solid and we're defending. We've been able to find the back of the net. I think obviously Washington is going to bring a completely different challenge, and I think the players are ready for it. It's a quick turnaround again. Obviously, a bit quicker even for them that they play Sunday, and we will have to be ready to be competitive and to be continuous with, consistent with our effort throughout the game. I think it will be the key for us and probably the key for them as well, no? Because these midweek games are always extra challenging.
Is there any kind of different mindset in preparing for an opponent that we usually see on a year-to-year basis in the NWSL?
But not really, because obviously, we prepare every opponent how they are, and obviously Washington is a very powerful team. We all see that on regular basis. I think Adrian is doing a great job, and hopefully at the end of the game we can be the winners. But it's always going to be very, very challenging. Obviously, it's a home game for us, but we're playing in Philly. So yeah, looking forward also to go to the stadium, to the city of Philadelphia, and get a lot of our fans down there. No?
All right, we'll open it up to questions. Michael, I believe you're on the call if you'd like to unmute yourself.
Hi, Juan. Thanks for your time today. Sort of piggybacking off of that last question, do you expect this game to play any different, if at all, compared to, say, a normal NWSL match against Washington?
Well, I think we are two teams that were very, loyal to who we want to be on the pitch. I think that's part of the success that we have. It's like we both focus a lot on us and try to make sure we try to dominate the game with our own weapons. So I think that's probably gonna be the key, who's gonna be able to impose themselves tomorrow out there, no?
How much of a benefit is having these extra games just in terms of being able to give more players extra minutes and also for you to see maybe some more young players and how they're developing and whether they can contribute to the first team on a more regular basis?
Yeah, I think for us it's I think it's where the women's game should be. It's like in an international competition. Obviously, it's extremely demanding with as I said, the area we are in and how much we have to travel. But I think for the NWSL, just competing with ourselves is not good enough if we want to be the best league in the world. I think this competition obviously gives you the chance as we achieve to be able to play in the World Cup with FIFA, which I think it's a massive tournament, and be pioneers of the women's game. So I think it's a great opportunity, the competition itself, and obviously, sorry, the league is extremely demanding, but then these games are also important for not only, for we see our players like roster players, and some players we see more suitable for certain games, some players for others, and what is good is that probably if it will be just the regular season game, maybe not everyone will be getting enough playing time. And with this competition, I think everyone has a little bit more of a moment to shine because, as we said from the beginning, we need everyone, no?
Last question from me. Gotham are the only NWSL team to have participated in both iterations of the W Champions Cup. How much has participating in the last version helped you, and I guess the club as a whole, learn how to deal with things like squad rotation, the extra travel, and the extra workload?
Yeah, I think it's very important, no, being able to, humans, we're an animal of experiences, no? So obviously when you've done something before, it's also helpful for when you do it again. I think this year maybe it's more challenging on the organizational part because we played both home games on different stadiums. The countries we visit were different. Last year we were lucky enough to go to Jamaica and Costa Rica. This year we went to amazing countries as well, with El Salvador, Canada, different challenges. But yeah, having had experience the year before, it definitely helps because you already know the rules, how operates, like things that you need to take into consideration when you go to other countries, which is obviously something that NWSL teams are less used to. And I think for us is, little things like anti-doping control, for example. No, there's a little things behind the scenes that are a bit different not to our normal competition. And I think that's something that it just gives us other experiences and definitely helps having played before. No?
Thank you, Juan.
Thank you, Michael.
I think one more question to wrap it up. We just had Josie in here, who was the last player of the match. We're seeing a lot of strength in people that may not have had the same kind of experience at the beginning of the season, with Josie being a mid-season signing. What is it about this team that really steps up in these kind of moments for big games like CONCACAF?
Yeah, I think any team in any league, but especially on this one, you need a united group that works together and is ready to step up. I think in this league, especially, because of how long the league is and how competitive every single game is within the league, and on top of that, you add these other competitions. So, I think for us is also an opportunity for our players to show what they can do, and they might be getting, after performances in this competition, more playing time in the NWSL, like it's happened now with some of her teammates. It happens with Josie as well, and it's something that we really take into consideration. Oh, we always value commitment, attitude, performances in any training session, any game, and these games are very important for us. No.
All right. With that, I think that will do it for us here. Thank you all for joining us, and best of luck tomorrow.